Hey witches, mystics, manifestors, and people who just like tarot. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. I'm Ray Luna. For today's pick a card reading, we're looking at your next blessings and lessons for the month of November. So what's good, what's bad, what's neutral, what wants to come through for your month ahead. For our selection here, for our first card, we have Lion and Tiger's Eye. For group number 2, we have Wheat and Grains and Mookaite. For group number 3, we have Fruit Jam and Carnelian. So take your time and choose what card and crystal is calling out to you the most, and when you're ready, head to the description or comment section to click on the correlating timestamp to receive your reading. As always, thank you for watching, and I hope you guys enjoy this reading. Hey group number 1, welcome to your reading. So you chose the Lion and Tiger's Eye, and I already put down some oracle cards for you, and then after we'll pull some tarot. But the first thing I see here for November with Lion, it says, take a deep breath and remember that peace of mind is the key to navigating your current challenges. So in November, and I'm already seeing it too with the oracle cards, not just Lion, there could be some challenges. To be honest with you, there is going to be some challenges. There is going to be some difficulty, but you will get through it and you'll overcome it. There's also a message here. I thought of Dory from Finding Nemo, just keep swimming, right? That song that she sings. So I feel like you guys are going to be encouraged by the universe, yourself, friends, family, people around you who care about you, just to keep going, push forward. Any progress, even if it's slow, even if it's just one thing you do this month, that is fine. Don't feel like you have to take on the world. You have to take on everything that appears or pops up this month. Do what you can, and that will be good enough. You don't want to harm yourself or hurt yourself by blaming yourself for everything or judging yourself for not being able to deal with challenges in a way you feel is the best way. Do what you can, and that's going to carry you far. Keep swimming, keep walking, keep running. Whatever you can do, that's going to be the best method for you this month. But Lion also talks about having courage, right? Having strength. Being a leader in some way. So you might have to lead or guide other people. You might be taking on more responsibilities than usual. But this also will help you become more intelligent, more perseverant. And this will help you with challenges that appear, next year or the next 5 years, whatever it is, you're being prepared for something else. Whatever you're learning and doing now, view it as how it's helping you, even if it is something challenging or negative. How can you use that as a tool to benefit you in your life, even if it's hard? I also feel like you're being encouraged to take a break when possible, because taking a deep breath, that's like when you sit aside for a minute and you calm your nerves before you do work or you have to go someplace. That's okay to do. Don't make it so you think strength is going. You have this message over and over again already, just with this first card. Strength is also knowing when to take a break and take yourself out of the situation, right? So there could be some situations where you have to pull back from something. And with safe home and psychic protection, this could be needing to cancel plans so you have more time for yourself because of sudden, surprising situations that are happening to you suddenly, right? This could be spending time at home because you have to withdraw from something that's giving you too much stress. Being safe at home, it talks about. So you will have moments where you're by yourself, wherever you live, whoever you live with. You will be feeling safe where you're at, and you're going to get energy by just being at home, like watching a movie, chilling, relaxing, maybe getting, takeout and eating that at home. Not sitting out at a restaurant, right? You're really going to be focused this month on not being overstimulated, trying to balance out your nervous system, right? Like if you're having a lot of anxiety, nightmares, you could be really needing a place just to relax and not have something or someone attack you. You just want to break. So that is also fine too. As I said, if you need to make less progress this month, if you have to cancel plans, if you have to be less productive, that's fine. And with psychic protection, I also want to mention not only you could be withdrawing from something, someone else might cancel something and you feel relief, right? So if you have a friend's like party, a family member's like celebration, someone might cancel one of those events and that gives you relief. So you can spend more time at home. You can spend more time by yourself. There's a big emphasis on that, whether it's from you or someone else canceling something. So that happens. A lot of you, it's going to be both. You're getting a lot more time that you really need. And this is protecting your mind, right? Like your energy. Psychic protection, that makes me think of not like your physical body, right? Like you're not tired from exercising too much. You're tired from using your mind. You're tired from sensing the energy off of other people, places, events. Like you're feeling everything and you need to wind that back to protect yourself. And that's what's going to be happening this month. And with these other cards here at the end, we have denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. Doubt. I release the need to know all the answers. So yeah, this is a month where things are going to be a little unknown and that could be challenging, but you're encouraged to use this time of things being unclear, things being unknown, to maybe put that energy someplace else. I feel like there's a lot of self-development. So this could be studying your own feelings, studying where you're at in life. How do you feel mentally? Insight of awareness. That's really interesting to me. So maybe you're going to be overcoming like denial of something. If something's bothering you, you're no longer going to pretend it's okay. And you'll face it head on and realize, okay, I have to change this situation. I have to tell this person I don't like this. I don't want to continue this. So there's a lot of self-work on recognizing your true feelings, your true wants, your true desires. You're also going to be learning how to trust your own feelings, not doubting or denying your own feelings. So this is all going to be giving you spiritual growth and self-growth. So I'm going to put down some tarot cards and see what else comes through. Okay, here we have Judgment, the Ace of Swords, the Emperor, Six of Wands, the Hanged Man, and the Devil. So there is a lot of challenging energy here, right? So you will be stressed, okay? I'm not saying that to upset you. I'm saying that so you can be prepared. Because now that you know there's a challenge, well, you know what to expect, right? So part of this challenge is, seeing the truth about a situation. So this could be realizing the truth about a relationship that makes you feel uncomfortable and you have to walk away from it. Instead of giving that person the benefit of the doubt, you're seeing, okay, with the Devil here, the Hanged Man, they are truly doing something negative, not with your best intentions. Maybe they're even doing something on purpose to hurt you, right? Or you might have to speak up with your true feelings about something, because it says Judgment, Ace of Swords, telling the truth about what you're thinking, what you want to say, not censoring your words, even if there is judgment from the other party, the other person, people. You have to do what's right for you. So that is going to be the challenge. And you need the strength of a lion, right? To do that, to roar, to speak your truth. But you're meant to do that, okay? You need to do that. This is going to give you more control over your life. With the Emperor, that's about needing to do something hard for the benefit of yourself. Or, the Emperor, maybe they're ruling over a kingdom. They have to make the best choice so everyone in the kingdom is going to be fed. Everyone in the kingdom is going to be able to have a job or whatever is going on in that kingdom. Everything's running smoothly, right? So you have to make sure you're like the Emperor in your life and you're taking control where you can, right? We can't control everything, but what can we control? You can control your reactions to things. You can control your response to something. So in November, you're being asked to look at how you can take control back over your life with your words, with your actions, with what you can do. I also feel you will get recognition in some way. With the Six of Wands, that's a victory of some kind. So you could be freeing yourself of limitation based on like finally saying what you want to say, finally doing what you want to do, finally having a break, right? Finally prioritizing yourself. So there is going to be some good here, right? That's a blessing. Having safety with yourself, some alone time, rebuilding your energy, that's all blessings. But the challenge is to get more of that blessing, you have to do that hard part. You have to do something scary to make it happen. But you will do that and you'll succeed at it. But you need to have that courage. You need to do that final push to get yourself to do it. I also feel with the Hanged Man and the Devil, this is overcoming aspects of yourself. Not that it's bad to have a shadow side, right? Like there could be aspects of yourself where it's like you have trouble taking action. You have trouble speaking your truth. Not because you're trying to do something wrong or bad. It's not about that. It's like you have that challenge in your life because of, you know, your circumstances, your personality, how you grew up. So you have to overcome this shadow side of yourself that could be limiting you. Maybe you're too kind to people. Maybe by always wanting to make other people feel comfortable, you're making yourself uncomfortable. So it could be something like that. That is just an example. But you're going to overcome a shadow aspect of yourself, something that gives you trouble in November, and it will make you feel free. It will make you feel a lot better. It's like after you're sick, you recover, you feel a lot better. That's what I feel here. Finally, not having to deal with something. So I'm going to put down some charms and close out your reading for November. Okay, let's see what you have. You have a castle and the Emperor ruling over the castle. So yeah, you have to rule over your mind, your body, your spirit, what about yourself that you're doing, you're thinking you can take control of. We have the peace sign. Yes, having more peace, more calm, getting the difficult things out of the way so you can just not think about them afterwards or focus on something better. We have the 4-leaf clover, so that's more luck. Feeling lucky, so maybe you have a couple of things that happen that make you feel lucky or special in some way. This could be you talk about like blue butterflies, right? And then you see a blue butterfly either in art or a picture, and it makes you smile because you feel like, okay, that's a sign, that's a message, something like that. You could see that makes you feel like it's a special event in some way. We have the turkey. If you celebrate Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving is in November, so that could be having a happy Thanksgiving, enjoying a nice meal, whether it's with, family, by yourself. You could be enjoying a really nice dinner this month. Dragonfly, that indicates change and transformation. Whatever is happening this month is for your own transformation, your own growth. So remember, you're the dragonfly flying from one destination to another. We have Sagittarius. So Sagittarius to me always feels like wild energy, unexpected energy, but that's a good thing sometimes, and sometimes it can be chaotic. So you guys could be a Sagittarius, or you could just have Sagittarius energy entering your life in November, dealing with things that are unexpected. Sagittarius can also talk about independence and growth through being curious and looking at things from multiple different, perspectives and ways, being curious and willing to learn. And then lastly, we have the spider web. So this is having that place where you're building what you need to build to do something else. So a spider, in order to eat food, they have to build a web to catch the food to eat it. So it's like you're building something, or you're working through those shadow aspects this month so you can have something more later on. You can get to the next step. So think of November as a month of foundations where you're getting the rest you need, you're taking the time you need, you're solving a few problems and difficulties, and then you're going to be able to move to the next goal, the next state you will be in, and finally be able to move on from just like survival or something you have to do to doing things you want to do. So that is what I see here for your November group number 1. I hope you liked the reading. I hope this reading has helped you in some way. I hope your month is good and you overcome these challenges. Like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any other videos like this. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hey, group number 2, welcome to your reading. So you chose Wheat and Grains and Mookaite, and I already laid out your oracle cards here, and then I'll pull some tarot. But the first thing I see here for November, with your card here, it says you reap what you sow, good fortune is on its way. And with wheat and grain, I'm thinking of harvesting something, having abundance in some way. And we see in the image here, the girl is sitting here with the tool she used to harvest all this grain. So this could be something you're doing yourself, like a personal goal, a personal achievement. While it could involve other people, this feels like it's something you want, so you took initiative to make it happen. You took initiative to see it through when other people were not believing in you, not seeing your vision. So you should be proud of yourself for being able to be disciplined enough to work and see a goal to its end till you're happy with it, right? Not just getting something done to get it done, being happy with that result as well. I also think of the story, The Little Red Hen, where there is this hen, she's planting the wheat, she's harvesting it, and she was asking the other animals in the story to help her out, right? To help, plant that wheat, help harvest it, help mill it. But no one helped her, so she had to do it herself. And when that was all done, she baked it into a bread. She made flour and made bread to eat. And the other animals wanted to eat that bread that she made herself, the whole process. And she said no. So this is making me think of you guys this month, where you're saying no to people who want to benefit off of your labor, your blood, sweat, and tears, when no one helped you, no one supported you, other than maybe a few people or maybe just yourself even. So this is a month where you're going to be getting blessings and rewards for your own efforts, even if other people didn't see it. You're going to be like the little red hen, enjoying your bread that you baked yourself. And if someone else wants a piece, unless they helped you when you needed it, you're saying no. So good for you, okay? That is great to see here. You're respecting yourself. You're setting boundaries, and you're not letting people take from you. Even if you are generous, you're not letting people take from you, especially if they kicked you when you're down and did not help when you really needed it. I also see here with destiny and victory, this could be dealing with like fated events this month. So whether something is going good or bad, this could be divine timing, right? Like things working out the way they're supposed to. Maybe you're delayed leaving your house, right? You have some place to go, but you're delayed in doing that. Maybe you spilled a glass of water. You have to clean that up. Maybe that delay saves you from bumping into someone from your past that you really don't want to talk to, right? So something could be happening, whether, like I said, good or bad. Something could be happening in November for your benefit. Like it's fated to happen that way. It's destined to happen that way. And it prevents you from something bad or difficult happening, even if what is happening might be annoying or difficult in that moment. So you're having some protection there with divine timing, things working out how they're supposed to. So don't feel stressed. If something is happening weird, maybe that's preventing you from experiencing something that's even more weird or even more difficult. And with victory, I feel like this is a month where you are winning a lot. So I think you're going to be happy with yourself. You're going to be feeling like you look attractive, you feel attractive, you're going to feel intelligent. Other people are going to recognize how you are brilliant in some way. I also feel like you're having victory, as in like you're seeing what you're working on paying off for you, like getting more money. Maybe finding an item you were looking for, like if you like to thrift, maybe you find a really nice designer item at that thrift store, or you find something like from your childhood, an item that was important in some way. You see something similar or like a similar item at that thrift store. So something like that could also be a thing, like finding items that you want, finding things that you like. And then we have here, fear. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. Acceptance. I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. So I also feel like you guys are going to become better this month at dealing with fear. So a challenge you will have, a lesson, is learning how to overcome fear, learning how to deal with that discomfort. But you will do this. You will get better at this. This could be accepting that you don't know how something will turn out. So you're fearful of that, but you accept that you're ready for, that answer, whether it's good or bad. You're ready for that answer and you'll accept the outcome and go from there. You could be accepting like certain anxieties you have, right? Like maybe you're worried about a friend of yours. Maybe you're worried about yourself. Maybe you're worried about a pet you have. So you're coming to terms with some sort of anxiety or fears that you have and learning how to use like a healthy coping mechanism. Like if you're fearful of, your friend, something happening, check on your friend to overcome what is worrying you. If you're fearful for yourself, right? Like you're worried about, what's going to happen next? How will the work I'm doing turn out? Will it happen like soon? Will I get results soon? Will it not be for a long time? You could be thinking these things, so you have to put that aside and accept whatever happens, I'm going to be okay. Whatever happens, I'll find a way out. So you're moving into this mindset of recognizing there's always going to be a factor you can't control, accepting it, but then taking action in a different way. So if you fail, well, what can you do if you fail? Can you try again? If you can't, is there another goal after that you want to try? And maybe that's better for you than the first one. So you're going to be moving into that mindset as well in November. And that's a bit of a lesson and a blessing at the same time, because it gives you both. It's going to be challenging, but it will reward you at the same time. So I'm going to shuffle some more cards and see what else comes out. Okay, with these cards here, we have the Page of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, Three of Cups, Three of Swords, Seven of Wands, and Ten of Wands. So the first thing I see here, the Page of Pentacles makes me think of someone who is developing themselves, is growing, trying to get the knowledge they need to either make more money, start a business, or achieve something in life. And this first card here, the girl, also reminds me of the Page of Pentacles, someone who is trying to achieve and get more. I feel like you're really future focused. You're working in the present moment, so your future will be bright. It will be beautiful. And that's a great thing. That's a blessing this month. I also feel like you could have a lot of ideas that are beneficial to you. So you could think of like something you want to do. Maybe you want to like try skiing for the first time. Maybe you want to go for a hike. Like you might just be experimenting with ideas of things you want to do in life. Like maybe you want to live a certain lifestyle. So what can you do now in November to get to that lifestyle? How can you start living that way? If you're someone, maybe you like to have your morning coffee, but you put a lot of sugar in it and you think sugar is not good to have a lot of, right? You might try to cut some of those sugars out of your coffee, maybe trying to drink it without sugar, or trying tea, or just water instead, right? So you could be trying to live a certain lifestyle or live a certain way. So you're going to be editing your behavior to match that. It could be something very small like the coffee situation, or it could be something really big where you want to live in a completely different way. So that will be a blessing for you because you're trying to expand your horizons. And with the Seven of Swords, this is two messages here. There could be someone wanting to celebrate with you with your victory who did not help you. Okay, someone is like, wow, I'm so glad you succeeded with that degree, that business, whatever it is you're doing, right? Someone could be celebrating with you, but they could be someone who doesn't help you when you need that assistance. They want to be there when it's the party, when it's the end result that's great that you're experiencing, but they're not there through the whole process. So be careful of someone like that, especially if like you're going out for drinks with people, you're celebrating with people. There could be someone who's trying to undermine your achievements, like acting like they're not that great, or trying to benefit off of them, right? Like celebrating with you when they weren't really there. They weren't really a support. I also see the Seven of Swords as a message of caution. You might have to be more like the Seven of Swords in some situations. So someone could be asking you a lot of questions, kind of personal questions, trying to get information from you, probing you in a way. So be careful of that because sometimes people will do that to get something out of you. Like they want information about you to gossip about you. They want to catch you saying something you're not supposed to, or they feel is like, scandalous or whatever. So be careful about, people trying to get you to say something, right? They want you to make a mistake. They want you to talk about someone else. Like, oh, what do you think about this person? They're kind of annoying, right? They're always doing this behavior I don't like, right? See, someone doing that could want you to gossip, and then they'll tell that person if you say something. So that's another situation I see here. So be careful about people pretending to be a friend in some way to get information from you or gossip. Not everyone is going to be that way. This is one person, because here you have a lot of people there that are seeing the work you're doing. They are wanting to support you, but there is a person that is like suspicious or strange with their behavior. So you might have to act cautiously, and don't feel bad if you have to even like lie to this person. You might have to tell this person something completely different because they're trying to set you up in some way. And then we have the Three of Swords, the Seven of Wands. So this is like fighting against feeling sorrow in some way, fighting against being sad. So this could be like a seasonal type of depression some of you guys could deal with. This could be feeling sad because of the actions of this person, or the actions of, not being supported with reaching that goal, feeling, lonely at the top, or feeling alone with your victory in some way. Even if you have, maybe there is people, but not the right people, right? Like you could have a stranger congratulate you because you got something, but then a close friend doesn't, right? So I don't want it to seem like everyone's against you. It's just like the people you want the support from, they might not be the biggest supporters. And then the people who are supporting you, it's just like you wouldn't expect those people to support you. And then the people who should, they're not giving you what you thought they would, right? It could be a situation like that. So you could be sad about that. You also could just be experiencing a lower mood because of the weather. If it's getting colder where you live, or this time of year, that can be common. So it could be a situation like that, but you're going to fight against that. This is overcoming negative forces, some sort of oppression against you. This could be overcoming other people challenging you, like leaving drama behind. This could be overcoming the past, like past hurts in situations you always thought you had to be stuck with. You always had to deal with. You're finally overcoming that in November as well. And with the 10 of Wands, that indicates hard work, but it rewards you. This isn't 10 of Wands in the way of dealing with endless endless burdens. This is your work's paying off with these victories, with this harvest. You did that hard work alone, and now you deserve to benefit from it. Even if you have to celebrate it alone or with a different group of people than you thought, that's fine. Make a new journey with that, right? Don't let that stop you from celebrating, because there is sadness. You'll find new happiness, new people, new situations that will give you what you want and see you for, what you're putting out there. So I'm going to quickly pull a couple of charms and see what else wants to come out for you for this reading. Okay, so we have the butterfly. I believe it's a butterfly or a moth, but either way that indicates transformation, going from one state to another. So you could be a beautiful butterfly, a beautiful moth, and you catch attention. But sometimes when you're like this, it can be a challenge, or sometimes people see you being very beautiful, or they see you getting what you want and they feel jealous, or they feel like they're lacking and they don't understand, like, why is group number 2 getting this, but I'm not. So you could deal with people who are like crabs in the bucket mentality. So you might need to find like new connections, new people who are not threatened or don't feel insecure with your successes. And those people exist, and not everyone around you is like that. But there could be, as I said, that one person or a couple of people who are. Now you'll realize who they are and you'll be able to fly away from them, not deal with them anymore. We have the star here and a dragon. So the star also indicates standing out in some way. Your star power, you could be recognized for having talents and abilities above other people. Like you could be the best at like singing. You could be the best at your job in your department, a rising star in some way, right? So people are also going to be noticing how you are growing, how you're getting abundance. Maybe people feel like you're a star because if your abundance is increasing, your lifestyle could change to reflect how you have that more abundance, like moving into a bigger apartment, having, better furniture. Something like that could also draw attention, or people could notice that about you in November. And with the dragon here, dragons make me think of someone or something that's kind of magical or like big in some way. So I also feel like you could be getting more status of some kind in November, leveling up in life in November, right? I think of a dragon as like, that creature that breathes fire. It can fly. You're like a dragon in the sense of being multi-talented, having multiple gifts, and you're going to use those and stand out, and your life's going to change destiny-wise because of what you're bringing to other people, what you're showcasing. Don't let this negative mood stop you. Don't let these negative people stop you. You'll find your people, and you'll find people who recognize you as, this butterfly, the star, the dragon, these amazing, animals, creatures. You're one of them. Even though that sounds weird, I mean that in a nice way. And you'll definitely find your place by standing out in some way in November. So I hope you guys like the reading. I hope your month of November is good. Like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any other video like this. I hope to see you in the next one. I hope you have a good day. Bye. Hey, group number 3, welcome to your reading. So you chose Fruit Jam and Carnelian. I already have your oracle cards down, and after this I'll pull some tarot. But the first thing I see here for your November with Fruit Jam, it says, if you nurture it, it will flourish. The grass is greener where you water it. So this is a month where you could be intentional with where you're putting your energy, your focus. So instead of just doing things as like whatever, you are going to think, oh, I want to improve my cooking skills, as we see with this card, making jam. And you could be choosing a recipe a week or every other day, depending on how much time you have. And you could be deciding, okay, by the end of this month, I want to be a lot better at this skill. I want to be a really good cook. So what can I do this month to reach that goal by the end of the month? So there could be something like that. It doesn't have to be cooking, but you want to improve your skills. You want to move with purpose and do something where it's like, at the end of the day, it will be better than it was the previous day. I also feel like you could be turning your focus to areas of life you have neglected. So if you have neglected your health, you could be doing a lot to improve that area of life by eating like more vegetables or, eliminating certain foods that are hard on your stomach, depending on, your own situation, whatever foods bother you. Like if you're lactose intolerant, making sure you don't eat dairy products, being more careful with that. Or if you're someone like some people have like celiac disease, they can't eat gluten. So you could be learning recipes related to something like that, a special type of diet. You are doing a lot to improve your situation, improve your health. Or this could even be like if you neglected your relationships, you could be trying to improve those by making new relationships, reaching out to old friends and asking them to connect again. You're doing a lot to make things better for yourself and you're happier for it. I also feel glamour, so looks or fashion and beauty could be an area too you want to experiment with. I feel like there's going to be a big focus on just having fun. So you could be trying different hairstyles throughout the month. You could be watching like YouTube videos, different makeup tutorials, right? Like you could be doing a clean girl makeup look and then doing a 2016 glamour look, right? Like you could be trying different things to just have fun, just to experiment with fashion and beauty. You could be getting more clothes, like changing your wardrobe, whether it's buying clothes online, in person, thrifting. You could be doing different types of shopping to find out what you like the most, where you get the best like clothing finds. So you're doing a lot to feel good in your own body. So there's a lot to do with decorating your body. And it's not just about, like beauty as in, what do other people find attractive? You're forming an identity or a new identity with the clothing, the hair, the choices you're making related to fashion. I also feel like this could be like developing a new skincare routine, buying new skincare products in November. But yeah, really doing many, many different things related to your appearance and your body. This could even be some of you getting a new tattoo, new piercings. There's a lot you're doing to feel more comfortable in the skin you're in and maybe wanting to express that too on the outside. Imagination. This is also a month where you're dreaming, right? You're envisioning things. So I don't think, even though you could be having a solid plan to rejuvenate neglected areas of your life, imagination is also saying you're leaving room there so more can grow. You're wanting fun things to happen. So I also feel like you guys could have a really creative month. How can you express your imagination outside of what I already said with fashion and your body? You could be deciding to paint. You could be deciding to make music. This could even be just like, singing and dancing by yourself, okay? It doesn't have to be something like a Mozart art piece, right? You could just do something yourself that is from your imagination, that is creating something. So this is a month where you're really going to be excited and happy to express yourself, to think about things, even if it's just daydreaming. You're having a lot of fun, okay? And your other two cards here are Death. I'm learning that endings are merely beginnings. And Empathy. I'm open to seeing both sides of a situation. So this month too, there could have been something previously that has ended. So something previously could have stopped, left your life. You could have walked away from something. But this is moving on from that stage of, okay, I'm sad about this, or it's bittersweet, to now realizing, okay, what can I do now? Okay, what is next? That could be why you're imagining and having fun as part of this process of what is next, right? You can create a new life. You can create a new story. So there could be a transformation of your body, your fashion, your identity, your habits, your goals, your routines. So you're changing a lot in your life because you want something better. I also feel like you might have had to change things because you no longer like identify with what is like past or what has been. It's not necessarily like a negative situation. It could just be like, oh, I grown past the old things I used to do. My old hobbies don't resonate with me. The things I used to watch don't resonate with me. So this could be like forming a new identity, a new life, doing something new, what is next, because you need those new things because you're different now. You have changed and you want a life to reflect that, this new person, this new growth. Because after death, right, the soil, when organisms pass away, that can enrich the soil, and then plants can grow from that. Something new grows from it. It's a cycle. And empathy also makes me see you guys as, having more emotion. I also feel like you could be more sensitive, like having more empathy for things people are going through. Not that you didn't have that already, but this is an increase of feeling for other people, feeling for yourself, right? Being really deep and in tune with your emotions. So you could be someone, maybe you were a little disconnected or a little disassociated from your emotions, but now this month you're going to be feeling them a lot deeper. You're going to be exploring the emotional side of life, not just logical or just, things being that way just because they are. You're going to be like more philosophical, more questioning why something is the way it is, being more creative. You're moving into this place of accepting things as they are to now wondering, okay, like, well, why this is? Why is that? What if this was possible? What if the situation was like this instead? So you're going to be having, a lot of fun. Like you're growing in a way that's allowing you to be more open-minded, have more options in life. So this is really nice to see here. So I'm going to pull some tarot cards and see what else comes through for you. Okay, with these cards, we have the Five of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, the Sun, the Five of Wands, King of Cups, and the Eight of Pentacles. So a lot of Pentacles here. So this could talk about building more feelings of stability or feeling stable enough to explore more, right? Because if you're in a place of lack, maybe you previously were, or you're leaving this now, having that lack or not feeling safe in some way, because if you're missing something, it can make you more in the mode of survival, right? You're not going to care as much about imagining or creating things when you have something serious going on, right? That has to be solved. So now in November, I feel like you're feeling more comfortable. You're having more stability of some sort, whether it's from, money, emotions, people around you. You're feeling like, okay, now is a time where I feel safe to express myself more. I feel like doing more fun things because maybe life is too short. And maybe you realize I don't want to regret not expressing myself or doing fun things. And even if people think it's silly or, they judge you, whatever, because it's your life, right? You want to live the way you want to live and feel happy about it. And here, this is a month about your happiness. The Nine of Pentacles, the Sun, happiness through actualizing your independent desires. Feeling comfortable enough to express yourself and get that happiness, not censoring your expression. So, someone else approves of you and says, wow, good job. I like that. You're saying good job to me because I like this, right? And this is showing too, you could be prioritizing your happiness more in November. You could be catching up in some way. Like if you have previously in life been lacking or have felt lack, you could be now using this month to catch up in a way like, oh, I need the happiness now because I haven't had it for a long time. So how can I get more of it? I also feel like some of you could spend time with your child, your children. If you have a family member who has children, like a niece, nephew, a friend, something about being around children or babies here with the Sun. And the animals too, like, kittens, puppies. You could be going around babies, children, animals, and feeling their happiness. You could feel that happiness as well, like being in a childlike state more, expressing yourself more innocently, just for the fun of things to see where it goes instead of, being calculated or having an exact desire in mind. Like, yes, you might be wanting to have plans and improve your skills, as I said earlier, but then there's another side of you here where it's like when it comes to art and just having fun, you're letting that flow, you're letting that be, not controlling everything. I also see the King of Cups is overcoming challenges of maybe like being combative, whether that's towards other people, towards yourself. Like maybe you were combative or you fought yourself with pursuing something. You're like, well, if I do this, yeah, I would be happy, but maybe my friend wouldn't be. Maybe my family wouldn't approve of this. So there's also this sense of moving past thinking about, oh, how will this be because someone else thinks this way? Or how will this be because I am feeling insecure if people judge me about this, right? So there is a sense of emotional control, feeling in control of your emotions, not fighting yourself when you feel something, not fighting other people to prove to them the way you're feeling is the correct feeling or the wrong feeling, whatever, right? You're just letting things be with your emotions. And that's also why you're able to be more emotional this month, more creative this month. You're not restricting your emotions. You're allowing yourself to feel the way you feel. And I also think there's a lot of healing this month. You're healing maybe your inner child or past wounds. You're now able to do stuff you weren't able to do previously. And the Eight of Pentacles talks about slowly but surely making progress, being happy with the progress, right? Working towards something that is worth the effort, the sacrifices, or the bumps in the road you have to deal with to get to this point A to B. It's all worth it. So yeah, you're really having a lot of happiness reach you in November because of your efforts, your self-development, and wanting to just have like love, expression, fun. So I'm going to pull some charms and get a closing out message for you guys. Okay, so I think this is a purse. Yes, a purse. So this could be like, okay, you're getting the bag, right? You're getting more money. Or this also could be like how people have personal items in their bag, right? What are your favorite items to carry in your bag? It makes me think of those videos on YouTube. I think it's from Vogue, where they have the celebrities show what's in their bag. Maybe you like to watch stuff like that, but I also think there's a message of, okay, what's in your bag? What are you going to carry with you in the month of November? What's personal to you? What matters? And also the money aspect as well. You could be trying to improve your finances and seeing something there like saving more money, cutting things out so you can have a bigger bag, so to speak. We have the Sun again. So yeah, definitely having happiness and personal joy, finding out what makes you smile, and putting a light on yourself, on your own wants and needs. That was a common message. I think group number 1 also had that message. So maybe November, a lot of people are, choosing themselves or just trying to find happiness, no matter what that looks like. We have the music note. So yes, music. You could be creating music or listening to really fun songs that make you feel good, that make you want to dance, make you want to sing. Going to like musical events, playing music in public. We have brave. Yes, brave to face the growth you're trying to have or you have had. I also feel like this is a month where it could be like your bravery pays off, like where you have stood up for yourself, you have stood up for other people, you're seeing a benefit, like having closer relationships, feeling a stronger confidence about yourself, from yourself. We have a wrench. So like fixing things, you're ready to fix it. Kind of like a handyman. You're not backing down when there's a problem. So any problem you have this month, you're likely to easily fix it or find a solution. We We have an acorn. There's a lot of squirrels in my yard, and they always are carrying these acorns. So maybe you'll see, something like that in nature. That is just nice to see, like the animals, collecting their food, preparing for the winter. I also see acorns too as relating to money, like getting your acorns, saving here and there. So once again, you have that message of money increasing or saving money. I also feel an acorn can be a seed that grows a big tree. Something strong, beautiful arrives from that little seed. So make sure in November, like what little seeds are you wanting to plant, and have them, grow into big projects, become something bigger. So the little things you're focusing on in November could become big trees eventually. So be aware of that as you look for, your acorns, the items you want to carry with you in your bag that's related. As I mentioned at the beginning of the reading, moving with purpose, moving with intention, trying to make something happen, that could be related to that as well. But that was your reading, group number 3. I hope your November is great. I hope you liked the reading. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any other videos like this. I hope you guys have a good day, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Bye.